Joan Pearl Britton, also known as Auntie Facile, of Hermitage St. Patrick, passed away on Sunday 21st August 2022 at the age of 97. She was the sister of Yolande de Gale, aunt of many, adopted mother of Gillian Henry, caregivers Barbara Charles and Ashley Jeffrey, many cousins, other relatives and close friends including the de Gale, Date, Francis, George and Philbert families, Mr. Tillman Thomas and family, the McBain family, the Seventh-day Adventist Church, Hermitage, and friends and neighbours of Hermitage and surrounding areas. The funeral service for the late Joan Pearl Britton, also known as Auntie Facile, of Hermitage St. Patrick, will take place on Wednesday, September 7th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Hermitage Seventh-day Adventist Church, and interment will be at the Family Cemetery, Hermitage. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Fitzroy Ralph Seafroy Alexander, also known as Gaia of Duquesne St. Mark, passed away on Tuesday, August 16th, 2022, at the age of 82. He was the uncle and adopted father of Dennis Ganes, also known as Santana, Shani and Dello Lewis, brother of Janatha Mitchell, Yvette Purcell and Kristen Alexander in Trinidad, Lenny, Lennox and Cuthbert Alexander, Matthew, also known as Aban, Danley Britton, also known as Marla in Grenada, Janet, Lima, Lyra and Ken in Canada, brother-in-law of Elmer and Althea Alexander, and Alan Squeezo Mitchell, uncle of many, caregivers, many other relatives and friends in Trinidad, Canada, the USA, the UK and Grenada, including Dexter Narayan, Vadlin Batiste, Dale Narayan, Boyo, Clarice Charles, Fisher Batiste, the Alexander family of Concord, the Williams and Cato families of Chantimel, Duquesne and Industry, the Landor family of Carriacou, and friends and neighbours of Mauche, Nonpareil, Fountain, Redmud and Diego Peace. The funeral of the late Fitzroy Ralph Seafroy Alexander, also known as Gaia of Duquesne St. Mark, will take place on Wednesday, September 7th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Victoria Bible Holiness Church, and interment will be at the Coast Guard Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Iona Bristow of Mount Pleasant, Carriacou, passed away on Wednesday, 31st August 2022, at the age of 87. She was the mother of Bernadette Bristow in Grenada and Francina Little in Carriacou, grandmother of Rachel, Nathaniel, Lily and Timothy Little, great-grandmother of Aubrey and April Little, sister of Phyllis Rogers in Trinidad, Christine Bedeau and Grace Lepke in Canada, and John Bristow in the USA, mother-in-law of Richard Little, sister-in-law of Victor Bedeau, Marie Lepke, and Leon Rogers, aunt of many including Andrew, Jules and Terry Bedeau, and Helen Rogers. Many other relatives and close friends including the Bristow and Little families, the Bedeau and Rogers families, the doctors and nurses of the Princess Royal Hospital, Luenda Julian, Cicely Coy, Louise Thomas, and members of the Grand Bay Gospel Hall, and neighbours of Mount Pleasant, Grand Bay and surrounding areas too numerous to mention. The funeral of the late Iona Bristow of Mount Pleasant, Carriacou, will take place on Wednesday, September 7th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Grand Bay Gospel Hall, and interment will be at the Grand Bay Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. John Finbar Bowen of St. Cloud St. Andrew, a well-known taxi driver at the Point Celine Airport, passed away on Sunday, 28th August 2022, at the age of 76. He was the husband of Lynn Carr Bowen, father of Josiane, Martha, and Dexter, brother of Alpheus, also known as Delwood, Beryl, Derek, and Alma, grandfather of Johannes, uncle of many including Vonric, Nicole, Shalma, Shabazz, Maverick, Donisha, Tony, and Shirley, brother-in-law of Patrick, Bob, Peter, Orla, Janice, Patris, and Helen. Many other relatives and friends including the Humphrey family, Denise Foray and family, Joseph Sonnyboy Williams, Desmond Williams and family, Roselle Lyons and family, McIntyre Brothers Limited, Theobald Vento and family, Sherma Bartholomew, Anthony George, members of the Grenada Airport Taxi Association, members of the St. Andrew the Apostle Anglican Church, members of the Mont Lawn community, and friends and neighbors of Bylands, Grand Bras, Balthazar, Mirabeau, Bamboo, Montgelou, and in Trinidad and Canada. The funeral of the late John Finbar Bowen of St. Cloud, St. Andrew will take place on Thursday, September 8th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the St. Andrew the Apostle RC Church, Grenville, and interment will be at the Grand Bras Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Alexandrina Zan Marichaux, former shop owner at the Cliff Woburn St. George and a recent resident of the Grand Aunts Home for the Aged, Caliste St. George, passed away on Thursday, 25th August 2022, at the age of 94. Left to mourn are her sons Edward Wilson and Clary Marichaux in Canada, Robert Marichaux in the USA, and Jerome Marichaux. Grandchildren Ede, Kathy, Kevin, Tracy, Ian, Donnell, Dion, Dana, Isis, and Giovanni. 11 great-grandchildren, all abroad. Daughters-in-law, Jerry, Carrie, and Merrill. Other relatives and friends including the Pascal, Mackenzie, Bab, Thomas, and Hercules families of Lower Woburn, Kim Francis and other staff of Grencase Caregivers Program, the priest and members of the St. Michael's Roman Catholic Church Woburn, and residents and staff at the Caliste Home for the Aged. The funeral arrangements for the late Alexandrina Zan Marichaux will take place on Friday, September 9th at 2 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the St. Michael's Roman Catholic Church Woburn, and interment will be at the Montgelou Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Annie Eve Robertson of Grand Bras St. Andrew, who resided in Maryland, USA, passed away on Sunday, 21st August 2022, at the age of 83. She was the mother of Simon, also known as Roland, Leslie, also known as Penny, David, Eugene, Stephen, and Cheryl in the USA, grandmother of 14, great-grandmother of 6, mother-in-law of Bernadine, Silke, Nora, and Rochford, sister-in-law of Theresa Wise in the UK, close friend of Eve, Anna, and Amanda. Many nieces and nephews, other relatives and friends including the Wise family in the United Kingdom, the Julian family of Salisbury Road, Grenville, and in the UK, Florence Joseph and family, Cleo St. Clair and family in the USA, Anastasia Harvey and family of Grand Bras, David George in Boston, the Horsford, Macmillan, and Jones families in Grenada, and friends and family in Grenada and abroad. The funeral of the late Annie Eve Robertson of Grand Bras St. Andrew will take place on Friday, September 9th at the St. John the Baptist LaSalle Roman Catholic Church, Maryland, USA, and interment will be at the George Washington Cemetery. Arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Raymond Batiste, also known as Rabies of Tempe St. George, who resided in Canada, passed away on Monday, August 22nd, 2022, at the age of 72. He was the husband of Joycelyn Batiste, father of Rima in Canada, grandfather of Brielle, brother of Maureen and Desmond in Grenada, Lincoln and Michael in the USA, and Joseph Batiste, uncle of Rochelle, Kelvin, Teddy, Joel, Ramon, Jaime, and Joselle, brother-in-law of Elsa and Sherma in Grenada, Roland in Trinidad, Roslyn, Velma, Irma, Esther and Joan in the USA, and Errol in Canada. Many cousins, other relatives and close friends in the USA, the UK, Canada and Grenada, including the Batiste, Edwards, Clouden, Thomas, Boca, Morgan and McBurney families, Charles Lake and family, Cecil Charles, also known as Peggy, Perrin Johnson and family, Miss Cynthia Alexander, Rosalind Batiste, Crawford Best, Elijah and Anthea Japal, Basil Noel, Raymond Redhead, Maureen Cuffey and the members of the All Black football and cricket teams, and friends and neighbours of Tempe and surrounding areas. The funeral service for the late Raymond Batiste, also known as Rabies, of Tempe St. George, who resided in Canada, will take place on Saturday, September 10th in Canada, followed by private cremation. Ashes would be laid to rest in Grenada on a date to be announced. Arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Vincent Anderson Cayenne, also known as Sadis and Sam, of Mount Pleasant, Carriacou, passed away on Tuesday, August 16, 2022, at the age of 65. He was the son of Elizabeth Cayenne, also known as Sister V, companion friend Fran of Grand Bay, Carriacou, father of Alicia and Allison, brother of Gemma Claudette Caesar, Melba Cayenne Douglas, Audrey Roberts, Myrtle Roberts Aldridge, Deborah and Fitzroy Cayenne, all in the USA, Caroline, Andrew and Simon Vincent in the United Kingdom, and Patrick in Trinidad, nephew of Doreen McIntosh, Sylvia and Easton Cayenne in the US, Inga Charles in Grenada, and Charles and Samuel Stanislaus, brother of William, Othniel, Andrew, Sheila, Mary and Yuri, brother-in-law of Bishop Samuel Caesar, Larry Douglas, Jadu Antwine, and David Aldridge, all in the USA. Uncle of 25, godson of Mrs. Alma Phibbs, close cousin of Cynthia Stanislaus and Germaine Cayenne Bishop. Many other relatives and close friends, including the Cayenne and Stanislaus families, and neighbors of Mount Pleasant and Grand Bay, Carriacou, and surrounding areas, too numerous to mention. The funeral of the late Vincent Anderson Cayenne, also known as Sadis and Sam, of Mount Pleasant, Carriacou, will take place on Monday, September 12th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Lacqua Brothers Funeral Chapel, Lauriston, Carriacou, according to Glad Tidings Pentecostal Assembly rites, and interment will be at the Grand Bay Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Joel Hazard, also known as Rastaman and Iwell, of Lauraland, St. David, passed away on Monday, 25th July 2022, at the age of 42. He was the son of Lynette Hazard, father of Kevin Isaac and Omega Gibson, several brothers and sisters including Peter Hazard, Elron Nelson, Vicky, Raquel and Rhea Hazard and Irma, uncle of 7, nephew of many including Marcia, Judith, Andrew and John Hazard, Pamela and Jude MacDonald, close friend of Michelle Isaac. Many cousins, other relatives and close friends including Rochelle Gibson, cousins Nakisha, Akisha and Kenisha, Denise Lewis, Nigel Antwine in Tortola, Leon Antwine, Devon Worm, and friends and neighbors of Lauraland, Windsor Forest and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Joel Hazard, also known as Rastaman and Iwell, of Lauraland, St. David, will take place on Tuesday, September 13th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the St. Dominic's RC Church, Pedmotar, and interment will be at the Windsor Forest Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Charmaine Loris Samuel of La Femme St. David passed away on Thursday, August 25th, 2022, at the age of 40. She was the daughter of Teresa Samuel and Ernest Blackett, granddaughter of Agnes and Guy Maureen, close friend of Andy Batiste, sister of Tonisha and Nisha Samuel, Lynthia, Yolanda, Liber, Carrie and Kendall James, niece of Clara Samuel, Marcia Charles, Joycelyn, Stanley and Sharon Maureen, Lorna Felix, Avis Abond, Jenny and Janice Stewart, aunt of Kayla, Kaylin, Kaylee, Caden and Caleb. Many other relatives and close friends including Jude and Doreen Hector, Ruth Kennedy and family, the Samuel family of Lower Lafemme, Beaton and Lauraland, the Blackett family of Beaton, Ingrid and family, the Batiste family of Mardi Gras, Christina Alexis and family, Brenda Samuel and family, the 1999 graduating class of the Happy Hill Secondary School, and friends and neighbors of La Femme and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Charmaine Loris Samuel of La Femme St. David will take place on Wednesday, September 14th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Garden of Prayer, St. Paul's, and interment will be at the Mount Airy Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Glenn Griffith Jones of Dudmar, who resided at Syracuse St. David, passed away on Thursday, September 1st, 2022, at the age of 54. The funeral arrangements for the late Glenn Griffith Jones of Dudmar, who resided at Syracuse St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Danny Johnson, also known as Ranks, of Vendham St. George, passed away on Sunday, 28th August 2022, at the age of 62. The funeral arrangements for the late Denny Johnson, also known as Ranks, of Vendham St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Costly Aline, also known as Ninja Man, of Woburn, who resided at John Anglais St. George, passed away on Thursday, September 1st, 2022, at the age of 58. The funeral arrangements for the late Costly Aline, also known as Ninja Man of Woburn, who resided at John Anglais St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Franklin Vincent Fortune, also known as Franklin, of Brunswick Carriacou, passed away on Saturday, 3rd September 2022, at the age of 55. The funeral arrangements for the late Franklin Vincent Fortune, also known as Franklin, of Brunswick Carriacou, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Marilyn Benjamin of Central Depredine Street, Grove, St. John, passed away on Thursday, September 1st, 2022, at the age of 62. The funeral arrangements for the late Marilyn Benjamin of Central Depredine Street, Grove, St. John, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Ina Williams, also known as Veronica Henry of Grand Roy St. John, who resided at De Blando St. Andrew, passed away on Monday, 29th August 2022, at the age of 86. The funeral arrangements for the late Ina Williams, also known as Veronica Henry, of Grand Roy St. John, who resided at De Blando St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Peter Alexander, also known as Nash, and Peter Cow, of Tempe St. George, who resided at Balthazar St. Andrew, passed away on Tuesday, August 30th, 2022, at the age of 78. The funeral arrangements for the late Peter Alexander, also known as Nash, and Peter Kao, of Tempe St. George, who resided at Balthazar St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Gordon Raleigh Joseph, also known as Banks, of Tivoli St. Andrew, died on Sunday, 28th August 2022, at the age of 54. The funeral arrangements for the late Gordon Raleigh Joseph, also known as Banks, of Tivoli St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
The management and staff of MTV extend deepest condolences to those of you whose loved ones have passed on. Thank you for watching.
The Bible, this book, familiar to every person on the face of the earth today, gives us directions for our life. When death comes, there is great sorrow to the family and friends and loved ones of the one that has passed on. But If we put our trust in the Lord Jesus Christ and we follow the instructions of this book, we know we will meet again. We don't take it lightly. We don't take it for granted. There must be a decision, because without a decision, the decision is made to be separated from God. So put your trust in the Lord. Believe. The thief on the cross said, Lord, consider me. And Jesus said, today you would be with me, this very hour. And they died together. So put your trust in the Lord, and God bless you during your time of grief and bereavement. Put your trust in the Lord.